A little to the left. Hand me the forceps. Oh my god, who is this clown? How did he even get in? Don't worry, doc. I'm just here for the video. Video? What video? Hi, my name is Jason. Modern medicine is insane. Excuse me? One moment you have cancer in the left innermost part of your brain, and after a moment with the boys in the back room, you have a wet slimy thing in your hand.
Who are you talking to?
That's if you're lucky and your doctor didn't use ChatGPT to graduate. So here's a moment in history when a dude was like, ha! I told you so, medical edition. And he's dead. And one such moment happened in 19th century England. In 1800, people didn't know these tiny guys existed. They thought diseases were caused by a foul-smelling vapor that came from the city filth. According to them, you could be rolling in a pile of trash and eating garbage. If there is no smell, you're in the safe. They called it the miasma theory. Some even thought the diseases were like an evil spirit that came from the bad stench and entered your body to give you the disease. Before you judge them, take into consideration that it took a century to develop a good understanding of microorganisms. That is now a common knowledge. Jon Snow was an exceptionally intelligent guy who started his career in medicine at the age of 14. When cholera first started to spread in England, John was a rookie doctor. The things he learned as an apprentice was useless against cholera, so he couldn't do much against it. But he did develop some theories about how the cholera could have spread. John thought it was something that spread through water. When he suggested it to a local doctor, they were like, "Huh, freaking noob." Cholera was a disease that could mess your body up in just a day. One moment you're doing fine, the next you're blasting different human juices out of your holes. If untreated, within a couple of days the person would die because of dehydration. He tried different things on the patients. For a moment they seemed to get better, but no matter the effort he put in, the results were the same. Alright, enough of this BS, I'm gonna do something useful. He then went on to make many advancements in medicine. For example, by creating a new way to give anesthetics to patients. Before that, doctors would just soak a cloth in chloroform and eat it onto the patient's face and call it a day. And he even got a chance to use it on this old hag. He got his degrees in 1 year. A few years later, when cholera came back, John was determined to find the reason. At first, he thought it spread by contact. When he asked the patients, all would say the pain started in the abdomen. So he theorized that if it was something they inhale, wouldn't the disease start in the lungs or the throat? So he concluded it must be something they ate or drank. Again, people at the time didn't know diseases could spread this way. Then he made a case study, where he took a note of the street with two wells on both sides, where sewage water flowed towards the well, and on the other side, sewage water flowed away from the well. In the first case, all the people on that side were sick, but in the latter case, only 1 out of 10 was sick. He wrote a paper on it and published it. Again, everybody thought, ha, freaking noob. If you noticed, the test did not have a good cause and effect connection. Once again in 1854, when cholera struck back again, it was huge. Nobody was safe from it. Rich or poor, everybody was blasting human juices out of their orifices. Why? Why is it happening to me? I am rich! I should not go through this. Some even thought it was some government conspiracy. In meantime, John found a key point to prove his theory. He found out the two water companies that supplied water to the place where he worked. One was Lambeth and the other was S&V. The key difference between them was one was located upstream of the river, where it got its water from. The other one did not. All he had to do to prove his theory was to ask the residents, what water company supplied them water? Geez, weird question to ask in the morning. I don't know, man. Hey, you're a doctor, right? Can you give me more of those painkillers? My grandma is not looking great. Subscribe. With that going nowhere, he started to test the water composition by matching it with the water source, which also proved his theory. When he heard the Broad Street had too many cases of cholera, he rushed down there to stop them. Wait a second, nobody would even believe me. I need evidence. Evidence! So he made a map and plotted the infection cases. Of course, the number was high around the pump in the Broad Street, but there was some gaps in the theory. In a workhouse and a brewery near the Broad Street, mysteriously there were no deaths. But upon further investigation, he found that the workhouse had their own pumps. Water. What water do you guys use? What? Water? Beer, mate. It's beer. Yeah. Okay. With that solved, he was finally able to convince everyone to shut down the pump. Oh, I forgot to mention he did everything in 2 days, while everyone was trying to figure out what the hell is going on. With that, he was like, ha! I told you so. Then he would go on to become the father of epidemiology, which probably saved millions of people. In hindsight, I think this guy likes to speedrun things.